What the fuck? YouTube, bro, look. Ishowspeeds finally gave up on his little brother. What the fuck is going on? Why he gave up on his little brother? What the fuck happened?
Purposely miss your flight so you can stay home?
Basically what I'm hearing is that basically he's just fucking lazy.
Most people would give up years of their life for the position Jamal currently occupies, and he seems almost indifferent to having it at all. He passed on his brother's advice about growing a channel. He skipped streamer university entirely. He deliberately missed a connecting flight to avoid seeing him. None of that traces back to laziness, whatever label the comments keep slapping on it. So let's actually look at what landed in his lap, because the raw numbers are genuinely hard to explain away, and then dig into why he keeps handing all of it back. Jamal skipped the entire grind phase most creators are forced through. No years spent clawing toward a first 1,000 subscribers. No posting into total silence. No learning editing through failure after failure. His brother put him directly in front of a massive audience live in real time.
Help your brother hit 100K? Wait, he's live right now? Oh, he about to hit 100.
I hope so, bro.
He's about to hit 100K.
We got subscribe.
That's another thing, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know the nigga's situation. I don't know personally what that nigga is going through. But if I had the opportunity, like Ishowspeeds' little brother, Jamal, I would go to the moon and back with that shit. I'll try and be bigger than my brother. Cause that's just how I'm built. Like that's what I would do personally. Because when you have an opportunity like that, you can grow so fucking fast. I bet y'all now, Jamal shit only hit 100K, and he was only streaming for like, I say a month or two, and he hit 100K. Bro, probably not even consistently. So, me personally, if I was in a situation like that, I would take every single possibility, every chance that I could get. Because my brother is already on, so bet I'm gonna get put on.
Guys, nobody subscribed yet. Nobody has subscribed. Come on.
Yo, chat, everybody, oh my God, he's about to hit 100K. My brother's about to hit 100K.
Bro.
100,000 subscribers. Please.
Yo, everybody, chat, everybody sub to him right now, y'all.
W's in chat, come on.
Another thing, bro. This nigga is making more than the nigga in minimum wage, bro. Bro. This nigga is making more than some people who have been trying to make in their entire lives, bro. No bullshit. When you hit 100K on YouTube, nigga, the money just roll in at that point. No bullshit. The money just roll in at that point. Congratulations, nigga. You could go and buy yourself a nice ass apartment with that shit. I say apartment and not a house because, like, yeah, 100K is a lot, but you ain't buying no damn house yet. You gotta do a little bit more grinding.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Speed told everybody to come subscribe. Like, W big brother, bro. I ain't gonna lie about him. Speed is just a W person in general.
Let's go!
That's among the fastest climbs to 100,000 subscribers the platform has ever recorded, and almost none of it came from the content itself. It came from proximity. Watch the clip and notice how little Jamal is actually doing. The energy, the hype, the constant subscribe reminders are almost entirely coming from Speed's side of the screen. Jamal is essentially a passenger in someone else's momentum. A week later, he crossed 200,000. He now sits at 462,000 subscribers across only 112 uploads. A ratio that would take most creators 5 years or longer to reach, assuming they ever got there. Channels that size usually carry thousands of uploads, years of grinding, and a clearly defined niche their audience shows up specifically for. Jamal has none of that infrastructure, and he's still outpacing almost everyone building from the ground up. There's a cost hidden inside that speed too, one the subscriber count doesn't reflect. An audience that arrives because of somebody else's spotlight isn't the same as one that discovered you on your own terms and decided to stay. That kind of attention can evaporate just as fast as it showed up the moment the spotlight swings elsewhere. It's also fair to ask what speed...
What's the most amount of views I ever had in one stream? 30.
...personally gained.
If we're talking about TikTok, probably like 120. But regular Twitch, 30.
...from pushing this hard, because the honest answer is not much. He isn't taking a percentage of Jamal's channel or building some kind of family content empire around it. The advice, the calls, the texts that go unanswered, all of it reads like an older brother who genuinely wants his sibling to have the same thing he built, not someone managing an investment. That distinction matters, because it turns this from a business disagreement into something closer to watching someone hold a winning ticket and simply refuse to cash it in. So the real question was never whether Jamal has the opportunity. He obviously does.
I was gonna explain to him why I don't stream.
This nigga Jamal, 400,000 subscribers. I'm sorry, I'm pocket watching. I know, I'm pocket watching, chat. But listen, this nigga, 400,000 subscribers. You could literally, on my soul, you could literally, no bullshit, you could literally hit 100K every single vid if you upload it consistently and truly be set for the rest of your life. 100K is like, I think like 5K every vid. 5K every vid you upload every day, that's 5K every single damn day. Wow. Kid not thinking, bro. He's not thinking.
You came in.
Why don't you stream?
Okay, let me close the mic. Chat, the reason I don't stream that much, the reason that I can't hop on, do a little quick, like 2-hour desktop or something or go IRL is because I'm lazy, I'm nervous.
See what he just said? Not that I'm nervous. That was not the first thing he said. He said that after, just so he could, you know what I'm saying, cushion the blow. That nigga just said it himself, bro. He is lazy. He is lazy, Chad. That's crazy.
And I play the game a lot.
Right.
You play the game a lot, you could play the game on streaming.
I'm addicted to the game. That's one of my addictions.
So why don't you just stream?
You could stream you playing the game.
Gaming. Why don't you just be a gaming streamer?
I would, but I always want to do IRL, so I'm indecisive right now.
Yeah, you don't even know what you want to do, bro.
Not really.
Basically what I'm hearing, Sad, basically he's just fucking lazy.
By his own words, unprompted, he describes himself as lazy, unsure whether he even wants to make gaming content or IRL content, and genuinely more drawn to playing games for his own enjoyment than performing them on camera. That's an unusually candid answer for someone in his position, even if it's not the answer people around him are hoping to hear. Most creators would dress that same sentiment up, framing indecision as
still crazy. But again, you gotta realize that Ishowspeeds is this nigga's brother. Ishowspeeds, I think it was about 3 years ago. Jamal, he's probably like 17. I think it's like 17, 16. 3 years ago, that nigga was 13. So when Ishowspeeds was blowing up, Jamal, that nigga, he never knew the value of $1, for real, for real. Because I say once you get your first job, that's when you start learning the value of $1. So when it comes down to it, he probably sees streaming right now, as of right now, just like, oh, just like a little fun side job or something. Not knowing like the grand scheme, like not knowing like the pile of money that he is sitting on, bro. The pile of money that he is sitting on and the success, the amount of success and notoriety that he is sitting on. Because your brother's Ishowspeeds, like, nigga, anything you want is there. You see your daddy texting Speed being like, hey son, we want to go here. Next thing you know, you in Dubai. Just like that. So it's like, I see where I don't see where it's coming from, but I see where it's coming from. The bro is really a nepo baby.
Finding my brand, or burnout as focusing on quality.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Jamal just states it directly, with none of the usual spin. Whether that reflects a lack of drive or simply a refusal to fake drive he doesn't feel is worth actually thinking through, because those two things get treated as identical when they really aren't. That same bluntness shows up during his live streams too, not only in interview settings.
You know what? This is my time. I'll do whatever I want. So, I'm not reacting to clips. I'm doing what I want to do, and I want to play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Catch a Tiger by himself. I was gonna play some Roblox. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't planning on streaming today. I don't know what to do, bro. I don't know what to do. I can't play. Just reminders.
Playing on.
Bro said he don't know what to do. Nigga, just talk. What the fuck? I don't gotta play no video right now, bro. I could literally just talk to chat all fucking day. And guess what? My chat don't move like your shit, nigga. So I'm really just talking to myself. My chat, bro. I remember this one time I went to a Raising Gaming Convention Center, bro. I spilled ranch on my pants and my homeboy saw that shit. He was like, damn, let me help you, and pull my shit down. I'm like, bro, it's not hard to talk to chat, bro. Not hard to talk to chat, man. Not hard to talk to chat, bro. It's really easy.
On iPhone, now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games.
Let me tell y'all, bro. I say the most easiest thing in streaming, bro. The most easiest thing that you can do with streaming is literally just like, once you get past that thing of like, oh, I need to start. All this shit is easy. The rest of this shit is easy. And then you got to get to the hard part of being consistent, making sure you're staying on top of your vids, editing your vids, all that, the working part. And then going to your 9 to 5 to make sure that you can still keep the lights on. So this was the easy part. All you're doing is reacting to vids, talking to chat, and having a good time. But then once you get off of this, that's when the hard part comes. You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that he's saying like, oh, I don't know what to do, chat, I don't know what to do, chat, I don't know what to do, chat. Nigga, just talk to chat. And if you don't want to talk to chat, nigga, you could really just scroll on your phone sometimes. Sometimes you could just scroll on your phone, probably do a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? Maybe text one of your friends asking like, oh, what should I talk about, gang? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard. Especially with desktop. Desktop is probably the easiest streamer. I ain't gonna lie. It's the easiest one. Because you're not having to like overly plan for stuff for your stream. You just cut on the computer and just start searching through the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. You could do like you could go on Twitter and literally just find a random ass fucking vid that's been reposted. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Easy clip.
Telling your own chat directly that you're doing what you want rather than what they're asking for is either admirably honest or a fast way to lose the exact people who built your channel, depending on your perspective. Creators who actually clawed their way to their numbers almost never take that gamble, because they know precisely how fragile that goodwill is. A viewer who feels brushed off today quietly disappears next week, and there's no shortage of other streams ready to absorb that attention instead. Jamal doesn't seem particularly concerned either way, which either means he genuinely doesn't feel that pressure the way other creators do, or he simply hasn't been in the game long enough to discover what happens once viewers actually start leaving for good.
That's the thing.
Speed.
That's the thing, chat. That's another thing. You gotta learn your audience, bro. Me, I'm constantly beefing with my chat, bro. We have an ongoing beef right fucking now because Ryan won't shut the fuck up about some TikTok live, my nigga. Bro, I don't want to do no damn TikTok live. You know what I'm saying? I always have a problem. I'm always batting eyes with my fucking chat. Them niggas even think about looking at me wrong, bro. They catching the mute button, bro. I swear. What? It's Mbappe around this bitch, nigga. We dictators. I'm not a friendly content creator, bro. I'll have y'all niggas looking at me crazy than a bitch. But that's just how I treat my chat, bro. Everybody does everything different, bro. I'm not gonna change it though, because this is what attracts our chat, bro. They like rage baiting me. They like rage baiting me, and I like reacting to the rage bait. That's what gives me good.
Clearly picked up on that gap and tried more than once to close it directly.
I don't think you should multi-stream.
Ryan,
I think you should either choose YouTube or Twitch.
Game.
But Twitch might be better than you though.
You think so?
Yes, I already told you YouTube only works for me because I started on YouTube. I built my fan base on it.
That's fair.
I built my fan base on YouTube, and I'm the only streamer on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
On Twitch and go back to YouTube.
What?
Can I stream on Twitch and go back to YouTube?
What do you mean?
I want to keep YouTube and Twitch.
Then just post like YouTube videos on your YouTube channel. You know how I got 2 channels, Live Speedy, and just make Jamal like that channel your Live Speedy, like basically like your clipping page.
Oh, you think so?
So yo, YouTube will still gain subs. Stream on Twitch. That's what I'd do if I was in your move.
That's exactly the kind of strategic advice creators pay consultants for, being handed over for free by someone who actually built his own audience using it. Keep the primary channel as the real brand. Use a secondary channel purely for clips. Stream on the platform that rewards live engagement instead of spreading effort across 2 different ones. None of that is complicated, but it typically takes creators years of costly.
But why am I looking at this AI botted ass fucking Edgar looking ass hoe? Why is this the nigga like, come on, bro.
Trial and error to figure out independently, usually after wasting significant time on the wrong platform. Jamal never once streamed on Twitch. He remained exactly where he started, posting inconsistently with no clear branding, no defined theme, nothing suggesting an actual long-term plan. Speed pushed harder when Streamer University came up, trying to walk him through what it genuinely offered before Jamal dismissed the entire thing outright.
Don't want to regret this, like you gonna regret it, I swear to God.
Just go back, bro. I just don't want to hear him off no more.
As a brother, I'm really trying to help you out. I'm trying to make sure you streaming. I'm trying to make sure you're going to Streaming University. It's not about that. It's about...
What is it about?
It's about gaining connections. Streaming University is not teaching you how to stream.
Fuck.
It's teaching you about game.
Streaming University at this point. Fuck that shit, bro. That's gonna be a big waste of time. It's gonna teach me shit I already know.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
Hey, that's
Base 44.
how that nigga thinking. That's how that nigga thinking.
Passing on free access to some of the biggest names in the industry isn't a minor call to make. That kind of access quietly shapes whether a career lasts 5 years or 15. The relationships that eventually become collaborations, deals, and opportunities that have nothing to do with any single day's subscriber count. Most creators spend years trying to get into rooms like that, sending messages that never get answered, waiting on a collab that may never materialize. Jamal received a direct invitation from his own brother with 0 barriers attached, and he simply wasn't interested, regardless of how many angles Speed tried explaining it from. That exact pattern resurfaced again, only this time it felt far more personal than professional.
Jamal, y'all probably wonder where Jamal is at. So look, let me tell you what happened about Jamal, right? So Jamal was supposed to come back to me. He had a connecting flight. He was in Cleveland. He was gonna go to Cleveland, to Detroit, to Miami, right? So chat, y'all know how he had a connecting flight to Detroit. His lazy ass missed the flight on purpose to Florida to stay in Detroit. This connecting flight on purpose, so he won't have to come back to me. And I'm like, and Jamal, yes, I'm calling your ass today, Jamal. I'm calling your ass. I'm calling Jamal ass, because how you gonna, like, you purposely miss your flight so you can stay home?
Deliberately missing a connecting flight specifically to avoid seeing your own brother isn't bad luck or a scheduling accident. That's a conscious decision, made in real time, weighed directly against the alternative of actually showing up. And Speed clearly wasn't laughing about it by the time he explained the situation live to his entire chat.
I wouldn't be laughing
There's
about that
something
shit.
almost childish in how he handled it too.
you, nigga.
Never actually telling Speed he didn't want to come, just quietly manufacturing a reason to stay home and hoping it would look accidental rather than intentional. Understandable in a sense, from someone who still hasn't figured out how to have that kind of direct conversation with a brother this well known. Still frustrating though for the person on the receiving end who just wanted a genuine answer.
Facts.
This is, chat, this is me and my brother messages.
Yo, what the fuck?
He don't text me, chat. I swear to God. My brother really be egoing me, chat. My brother egos me, yes, Chat.
Showing your own chat the messages your younger brother won't respond to is a genuinely uncomfortable moment to witness, no matter which side you sympathize with. This isn't a bit that fell flat, or a joke pushed too far. It's real frustration from someone who has clearly reached out more than once and gotten nothing back in return. And it's a particularly strange kind of frustration because most people can just call a sibling who's ignoring them and eventually get a response privately. Speed doesn't really have that luxury in the same way. Even his attempts to sort out a family issue happen with an audience watching, which likely makes the whole situation harder to actually work through rather than easier. But Jamal has actually been fairly transparent about what's really going on beneath all of it, in his own words, more than once, whenever the cameras gave him space to say it directly.
At least 3 years and see how it is. I want to cut contact with everybody over there and just be myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take a break off of speed streams, take a break off of like streaming in general, and start, you know, worrying about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to, you know, not cut contact, but, you know. I want to be, let's say I want to be a regular kid. I want to be a regular kid. I want to do stuff without a famous brother. Let's say that. I want to do my own stuff. I don't want to have my brother be the main center of attention. Like, every time I go to school, they bring up speed, you know, yada, yada, yada.
Wanting to be a regular teenager instead of a permanent...
Just saw in the chat. What the fuck? Yo, whoever this is, nigga, you was a straight goofy, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You was a straight goofy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit not even funny, gang. Fuck. If you don't give a fuck, get off the chat, nigga. I hate when niggas do that dumbass shit. Just trying to get a reaction out of somebody, bro. You a goofy. I ain't gonna lie. And then that shit that he was saying, there's always two sides to every single fucking coin, bro. I'm not gonna lie. On one side, yeah, of course somebody would want to be a normal kid, you know what I'm saying? Do normal shit and not worry. Always have his brother be the main center of attention whenever somebody brings his name up. You feel what I'm saying? But at the other hand, like, is this nigga really a bag chaser? That's the thing. Like he said himself, he's lazy, bro. If you lazy, you're lazy. Like you said you was lazy, gang. So if you lazy, gang. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's always two sides to every single coin, bro. So when I see this, I'm like, yeah, Ishowspeeds is your brother. Yes, we understand. You probably do want your own shit, but you're not using the cards that you're not taking full advantage of the cards that you were dealt with. That's the thing, bro. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be reality at the end of the day, bro. You will always forever be known as Ishowspeeds' brother. But you can also make a name for yourself, gang. You could make a name for yourself. You could branch out. You could do so much. Because you got that little boost from your big brother. Yeah, you want to be known as something else other than Ishowspeeds' little brother, but you got to use the cards that you was dealt with, gang. You was dealt with a really good fucking hand that you probably didn't want it because you want to get it. You might want to get it on your own. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't lazy, but you already said you were lazy, so it's like fries, gang, fries. I can't help you on that. But using the cards that you dealt with, bro, you could literally be as big as your brother in a shorter amount of time. I'm telling y'all, like in a shorter amount of time, bro. Look at, I'm gonna give y'all an example, chat. I'm gonna give y'all an example, bro. Look at Elliot Kadu and Sauce Kill, gang. Elliot Kadu was playing basketball in college before Sauce Kill was like really popping. You feel what I'm saying? But they made their own ways, you know what I'm saying? Niggas knew that Elliot was Sauce Kill's brother, so like they made connections and boom, 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 boom. You feel me? That's how you branch off. Like that's how you like get it. Even though you got like a superstar brother, you don't gotta live in that nigga's shadow. Nigga, I'll never be like, oh, Oh, that's Sauce Kill's brother. No, that's that famous ass basketball player who's really good at fucking basketball. Or, oh, that's Elliot Cadu's brother. No, that's just that nigga who's a big streamer and is actually genuinely a funny dude. Even though I did that shit at DreamCon. But that was for the clips. Check out my boy Kevon. He posted it on his shit. But yeah. Yeah, no.
Wanting to be a regular teenager instead of a permanent supporting character in someone else's narrative isn't an unreasonable thing to want.
Facts.
Especially given he never actually signed up for that role. Every conversation, every comparison, every stream built around a level of fame he never chose and isn't certain he even wants for himself.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Go to Riverside and open an account.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with having doubts about that shit. There's nothing wrong with not wanting that shit. The only problem though is that you're lazy. That's like when I heard that word, I immediately threw all this other shit that we talking about out the window, nigga. You said you're lazy. Simple.
And
it was no clips. I know it wasn't no damn clip. You said that shit from the bottom of your heart.
Conversations that inevitably circle back to his brother. Strangers who recognize his face before knowing anything else about him. Millions of people who feel entitled to weigh in on how he lives, simply because of whose last name he shares. That's an unusual amount of scrutiny to inherit before he's even had the chance to figure out who he wants to be. And worth remembering that most people his age get to work that out privately, without anyone grading the process. Jamal doesn't get that privilege. He's spoken publicly about being bullied at school specifically because of his brother's fame, which is about as tangible a cost as this kind of visibility produces. Every mood, every phase,
How the fuck do you get bullied just because your brother making money? I ain't gonna lie, his brother was doing some nut shit though, so I guess.
Every offhand stream comment becomes evidence in a public argument about his character that he never agreed to participate in. But here's the part worth sitting with. Hunger isn't something you can just transfer to someone alongside a subscriber count. Speed built his following the difficult way. No platform handed to him, no head start, no famous surname doing the early work on his behalf. Every subscriber he earned individually, which means wanting something enough to sacrifice for it became genuinely part of who he is, not a tactic he simply adopted along the way. That kind of drive is usually forged out of necessity, out of having nothing to fall back on, out of watching something underperform and needing to understand why instead of shrugging it off. Jamal skipped that entire process completely. The opportunity arrived fully assembled, handed to him before he ever had the chance to want it badly enough to earn it himself. You cannot manufacture that same hunger retroactively, no matter how much solid advice gets offered afterward. The same way you can't hand someone the memory of genuinely needing something. It either happened to you or it didn't. And that's really the tension underneath this entire situation. It makes complete sense that Speed would want his own brother to take the same shortcut most people would kill for and genuinely run with it, especially watching him leave that much value untouched. But Jamal never had to fight for any of this to arrive, which also means he never got the chance.
Exactly what I said in the beginning, bro. This nigga didn't have that drive. He was given this shit. He didn't know the value of $1, bro. He ain't know the struggle.
To decide for himself whether he
and that's what most Nepo babies fall under, bro. That's why y'all see most of these Nepo babies literally like just do nothing with the cards that they dealt with. What the fuck is Jaden Smith? What is Jaden Smith doing? Is this nigga still rapping? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when you was giving this shit and you didn't know the struggle and you did not know no type of fucking struggle, nigga, it's gonna be hard for you to, like, you know what I'm saying, follow up after what was already created, bro, because you don't have that drive. Me, bro, let me tell y'all something, chat. Me, I was never born into a rich family. I was never born into any type of like money wise, you know what I'm saying? I was actually poor for a couple of, you know what I'm saying, for like a good year or two, you know what I'm saying? Poor, homeless, living with my grandmama. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit. But thanks to my good upbringings and thanks to the people who I was surrounded with, I didn't turn into a fucking thug ass nigga like ooh. I might talk, you know what I'm saying? Like my mannerisms might sound a little blackish. But that's just how I was growing up around, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when it come down to it, bro, I did have like a lot of drive. Like I always had like that ambition for me. Like, hey, I gotta go get it up and get it on my own. I can't be relying on other people. I can't just be sitting up in the crib doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But Jamal didn't have that because he had Ishowspeeds.
But he wanted it before it was already sitting in his hands. Calling that laziness, at least the way it keeps getting framed, misses what's actually happening here. Two people want fundamentally different things, standing in the exact same spotlight, and only one of them ever asked to be there. Maybe that's the real takeaway underneath all of this, more than anything specific to either brother individually. Opportunity.
I don't understand why these niggas like KFC. That shit's so fucking nasty. I had KFC. I bought a 2-piece the other day from KFC, bro. That shit was hot buns water, bro. The bottom of it was so fucking soggy, and then the actual chicken just didn't taste right. I ain't gonna lie. I think they food poisoned me.